Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today to hear and learn a little bit more about the workshop that Joanne and I are offering in March. This is a workshop, as you probably know, it's in Delray Beach, Florida, and it is happening March 1st through 6th, beginning with a gathering in the evening and then going on for 5 days, where we get to learn about trauma-informed yoga and polyvagal theory during the days, in the mornings and into the early afternoon, and then we get to relax into our afternoons and take retreat time for ourselves. So the workshop is called Integrating Trauma-Informed Yoga with Polyvagal Theory, Embodied Nervous System Regulation for Improving Outcomes in Therapy. And I'm here right now with my colleague and friend, Joanne Lutz. Hi, Joanne.
Hi, nice to see you.
So again, we have so much appreciation for your taking the time to learn about the workshop right now. And would you like to begin, Joanne,
Sure.
by telling us a bit, particularly about the trauma-informed yoga piece, but anything also as part of an overview so
hmm
people can understand and imagine what it might be like to be there?
hmm Sure. Well, I explored yoga in the early 1970s as a way to recover from my own depression, which has never come back. And it was tremendously valuable. I was looking forward to the day when I would feel confident in bringing it into my psychotherapy practice. So I did that slowly over a period of about 20 years. And then I noticed that Dr. Bessel van der Kolk in Boston was offering a training to yoga teachers and psychotherapists on how to bring yoga into mental health care. And I knew that my moment had arrived.
Mm.
So I took that training, and it was very good. But as I was leaving, I said to myself, I think I could create as equally powerful a training as that. And I
Mm.
have. I've been teaching it now for about 8 years around the world. And it's been a lovely journey because around 2010, I also took the somatic experiencing training of the first year. And I started looking for correspondences between the somatic experiencing focus, which was on the autonomic nervous system, and
Mm.
on my yoga practice. And I was astonished to find all the correspondences, all the ways that yoga regulates the autonomic nervous system. And that to me is the key to preparing to do deep trauma work, is to have a balanced, regulated autonomic nervous system.
Mm.
And so I think I'll save some of those amazing discoveries for the actual training,
Mhm.
but they definitely are there. And every yoga posture, every breathing practice has a specific effect on the autonomic nervous system, which can be used consciously to help a client to learn to balance their nervous system on their own.
Beautiful. And tell us a little bit about how that will look in the workshop and what
Hmm.
people would walk away with for participants.
Sure. Well, I'm a very practical person. So, in addition to a lot of background information about yoga for people who haven't studied it,
Mhm.
um, I'm offering scripts for people to practice being a yoga teacher in the session. There's a script for trauma sensitive chair yoga, one for yogic 3-part deep breath, one for yoga nidra, and another very short one for meditation. So anyone who, any of the participants who want to be even more prepared can use the scripts when they go home and start using the material immediately in their sessions. Plus, we're going to, since it's in a retreat setting, we're going to be offering early morning combinations of um, didactic training and experiential training so that everyone will have a deep experience of these techniques that we're teaching. So starting the day off that way and then having delicious meals and beautiful environment, everything is new there in the retreat center. It way exceeded my expectations last year when I taught there. So combining that with the ocean and everything Delray Beach has to offer was a pretty wonderful experience.
Ah. I put myself there, and I feel that even as you know, very often when we're leading a workshop, we have a lot to track and take care of. But because of the topic of you know, doing work that's trauma informed, having the opportunity to work with yoga and doing things that are ventral vagally toning and having the afternoons off, I am looking forward to this retreat very much. And maybe I'll segue over to the polyvagal part.
Sure.
Um, yeah, so I teach polyvagal theory, and I bring a lot of somatic work to my work with clients. I also have a yoga background. And for the workshop itself, what I will be bringing to this workshop is polyvagal theory that is highly digestible, that you as a participant will have the opportunity to experience. And when we experience something, I think we all sense that and know that when we experience something, it puts us in such a better place to be able to teach it to others. So when participants learn polyvagal theory in this way, they can then take it to their clients and help their clients experience it. What I love about polyvagal theory is that it gives people a map for understanding where they are in some very basic ways in their autonomic nervous system, and gives people a sense of how can I shift coming back into ventral vagal safety and connection if I have left that realm and gone into sympathetic mobilization, fight, flight, freeze, high energy freeze, or dorsal vagal immobilization, that kind of shut down. And so implicit to that, when we do a workshop on polyvagal theory, we are considering, we are cultivating, helping to cultivate safety and connection in the workshop itself. That part of experiencing polyvagal theory is experiencing how understanding it can help us to create a safe environment where we feel connected with each other as teachers and participants, all together learning and using ourselves as the in the nicest and cuddliest of ways, guinea pigs. So I'll be offering a lot of experiential exercises to understand the theory. And then throughout the whole workshop, Joanne and I will jump in with each other to help bridge yoga. I mean, this is the whole point, is bringing polyvagal theory and trauma-informed yoga together, so that when you leave, you've got just that whole map, that you've got it in your body and you have it in digestible form, ready to bring it to your client.
I don't think this has been offered before in workshop form.
Yeah, I'm not aware of that.
Right.
We may be offering this in a way that's unique, which is great. Yeah. So I would love for you to share with us, including me, because I love imagining this while you say it, telling us about the retreat center and the setting where the workshop takes place.
Okay. Well, the last retreat I gave before that one was in Italy. So I was a little concerned that this retreat center wouldn't live up to my experience there, but it did. You know, it's constructed like along European lines, with each room facing a quadrangle with a portico, you know, a covered porch that you walk out on.
That sounds like Italian.
Yes, it is.
Portico.
Beautiful tropical plants. The pool area and the jacuzzi are beautiful. You know, I have a strong aesthetic sense, and I was very pleased. Also, I'm very fussy about my food. You know, I prefer vegan food, and I didn't know what to expect, but the food was fabulous. It was more or less made to order. They offered omnivore, vegan, and some dairy at every meal, and everyone was happy with it. So
gluten-free options as well, is that right?
Gluten-free options, right? It's got everything.
Yeah.
So thank you for reminding me. And so I went to the beach. You know, I went to some cultural activities in Delray Beach, also in the downtown. And there's a shopping center about a mile away from the retreat center. So if anyone wants to buy some groceries or whatever, you can easily walk there. And, there's plenty of parking and it's very
Yeah.
quiet.
I also hear
Yeah.
from you, but I did see this as well, that Delray Beach was voted one of the funnest places. Fun. That's great.
Yeah. In the country. Yeah. So it's lively. So there's a lot of options there. A person can have a quiet, private retreat, or else they can go out on the town in the evening. And so it's, it was very pleasing. And honestly, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to give the workshop there again, because I had such a good time.
Yeah. And that's lovely. And it just reminds me again of, part of our emphasis in this workshop and during the week, whether we're teaching or not at any point, that we are looking at what are our individual nervous systems needing for regulation. And I may need some kind of fun, engaged, socially active mode, while someone else may need quiet, calm, ease, solo time. And part of our work is helping us track that in our own nervous systems. What does our nervous system need, so that we can then help our clients track that as well. Yeah.
It's a wonderful experience to have a whole group doing this at the same time.
Yeah. Is there anything that you would like to add for now? And by the way, Joanne and I will each offer you a ventral vagal exercise, ventral vagal toning exercise, or a yoga exercise at some point on our Facebook page. So you'll see us again. But is there anything that you would like to add right now, Joanne, about the workshop?
Well, I can't think of anything at the moment. I do have some photographs from the workshop that I'm putting up on my website, so that a person can take a better look at the space there. And well, also, we last year, a lot of people were able to have private rooms, which was really luxurious. But each room has a double bed and a single bed in it. So it's a very large room, and it can easily accommodate two people.
And so if someone wants a private room, and we'll be offering that first come, first serve,
Right.
The room is going to be big and spacious and have plenty of space to stretch out if you need to.
Absolutely.
And plenty of space for two people as well.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll just segue into wrapping up from there. To say that if you're interested in a private room, you might want to register right away. And if you're interested and want to join us, come register right away. We would love for you to join us. We would also love for you to contact us if you have any questions or anything you'd like to chat with either or both of us about. We have, and I'll tell you how to do that. We have a Facebook page, and Joanne, I can't recall the name of the page. I think it's the name of the workshop. Is that right?
It is. Integrated Trauma-Informed Yoga with Polyvagal Theory workshop.
Great. And you might be viewing this right now on the Facebook page, but for those of you who are not, you can go to Integrating Trauma-Informed Yoga with Polyvagal Theory and find us, and also find opportunity to ask us questions in the chat. And so that's a way that you can contact us, and we can have conversations, and that will include others. So you might have a question that other people might like to hear an answer on the same question. And we also have a wonderful registrar named Susanna, and you'll see her contact information in our written materials. And Susanna can also field questions, answer your questions, and help you with the registration process, including if there's anything that you're not clear about in terms of rooms or costs or how to pay, etc. She'll be available as well. So if you have made it to this time, thank you so much for your time. It is a commitment to listen, and it's a commitment to think about going to our workshop, and it's a commitment, of course, to sign up for it and to join us. And of course, we hope that you will. And Joanne and I both feel very much that this is going to be a fruitful and very supportive workshop that gives you so many tools that you will be able to use way into the future with your work with clients.
Yeah. All right. Well, we hope to see you there.
Take care, everybody.